Hey everyone! Today we are going to make salmon quiches. The ingredients that you're going to need are ready-made pie crust, Parmesan cheese, heavy whipping cream, and smoked salmon. Let's get started. So the first thing that you're going to do is take the pie crust out of the refrigerator and let it sit for about 20 minutes. And then after it warms a little bit, then it's pliable enough to roll out without cracking or breaking, which I've just done. Then I'm going to use a glass to cut out dough rounds so that we can put the dough rounds into the muffin tin that we're going to use. And this is the muffin tin that we're going to use. And as you can see, it fits nicely directly over there. Now once I'm done cutting out all of the dough rounds, I'll show you how to push the round into the tin so it fits perfectly. Okay, so once we've cut all the rounds out, then this is a little dough press that I got the same time that I got this pan from Pampered Chef. Yay! Go Pampered Chef. And you just kind of rock it back and forth nicely so that you don't tear the dough. Sorry, my voice is kind of funky. I just woke up. And you just push these in nicely, and it's all ready for you to start filling them. Yay! Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is slice up the salmon for the quiches, and you can just slice it up in thin slices. Now most of it is already pre-sliced when you get it, which this is, but I'm still slicing it in sort of little cubes, if you will, so that it's just a little bit easier to put in the quiches. Now one of the things I forgot to mention in the ingredients was eggs. You will need eggs. And since this is salmon, one of the things, there's a little fat piece that's kind of hard to cut. One of the things that you could do is also put in some dill at the top, which we are going to do. So see how it's all little tiny pieces now? Yay! So now we are going to start to fill the cups of the dough, like the little dough rounds, with the pieces of salmon. Okay, so we have the dough rounds, and what I'm going to do is put in about 2 little squares of the salmon in each dough round. And these are going to be so good. And I love smoked salmon. Smoked salmon you can usually find in the refrigerator cases in the grocery store. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is add 1/4 of a teaspoon of cream to each quiche. Okay, now we're going to add the eggs. Now I recommend that you put the eggs in a measuring cup so that it's a little bit easier to pour. And only do a few eggs at a time so that you don't over crack eggs, you know, because sometimes, well, for quiches, a little bit of egg goes a long way, actually. So I'll do 4. I'm actually making 2 pans. I'm going to the Yule Fair today, and I'm bringing these, so I'm making 2 pans, one for my family, one for us, or for the fair. Yay! once you crack the eggs in the container or in the measuring cup, it's time to whip it nicely. And do this actually quite a lot so that the white of the egg is broken up a little bit, so that when you pour, half the egg just doesn't come spilling out onto the quiche. So I think that's good. So now we will pour just a small amount of the egg. See? I need to blend it more. Okay, so I cleaned up the egg and whipped it a little bit more, and then I was kind of experimenting, going, how can I make this a little bit better? So I'm going to use a teaspoon, and it actually works out quite well. So yay! I'm going to put 1 teaspoon, maybe just a tiny bit more than 1 per cup. Now you don't want to fill it all the way to the top because the egg will expand when it cooks. So, like I said, for quiches, eggs go a long way. A little bit goes a long way. Well, plus these are mini quiches as well. You can also, if you have just a regular size pie pan, you can just do this, but obviously with the regular size pie pan. Okay, now we're going to add the cheese. And you can just add a few little sprinkles on top of each one. This gives it a very nice flavor, as well as make it look kind of cute. Now this is Parmesan. You can also use any type of cheese that you prefer. Some people, when using salmon, they use cream cheese, and that's kind of why I added the cream. Okay, so once that's done, then now we are going to add a little shake of dill on top of each one. Okay, so now we're going to bake these at 350 degrees until finished. Okay, so it's been about 15 to 16 minutes, and I actually just checked them. And these are both pans, yay! And they're finished. So I will take these out and eat them. These are the perfect snack or meal for pretty much any day of the year. So, yay! I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing how I make my salmon quiches. And if you make quiches of any kind, please post your video responses. Quiches are one of my favorite things, and they're one of the most versatile. If you also are interested in seeing how to make fruit tarts in relatively the same way, you can search my YouTube channel for fruit tarts, and you can see how I make them. Yay! Blessed be!